Hey y'all, and welcome back to another video by UmbrasDarkness. Happy International Women's Day to all my female subscribers out there, all my female viewers. For those that are curious like I am, International Women's Day was started in 1975, or at least that is when it was officially recognized by the United Nations. However, it can be traced back to as early as 1908 during the New York City garment workers' strike. I think that's pretty significant, you guys, that International Women's Day basically started to prove that females are just as important as guys. I don't have experience in a view like that, so it blows my mind that there's something like that goes on in this world, but I know that that's how our past used to be, and I'm glad that stereotype is at least slowly going away. So, for any of those that celebrate out there, happy International Women's Day. With that, you guys, let's get into the meat of potatoes of this movie, of this video. We're going to talk about migration, the goods, the bads, the uglies. Then we're going to talk about Groundhog real quick. And then we're going to be drawing the 3,200 subscriber giveaway and the 3,300 subscriber code word. So first off, migration. How did migration go? For me, the goods, our server filled up within the first 4 hours. We gained Hell's Gate and Bloody Red Rose and Devil Dog and Skyline of different amounts of alliances. As you can see, not all alliances are full, 37, 40, this one's at 48. So I see mergers happening in the end to protect each other, to grow, etc., etc. But overall, pretty strong migration. I think it was very beneficial to us, and that's the really good part. I think that migration can really help strengthen a already doing well server. While we did drop down to silver, most of our gripes were losing things with population, which I think is the easiest to see during Gathering Day. When there's a disparity in Gathering Day by a significant margin, it's literally just that you don't have enough people to gather. That difference in points can't be made by just cells. So yeah, I'm happy with where we got. Now the bads or the uglies. Migration. There are two things that I would change about migration. So if anyone's listening, if anyone wants to provide this feedback other than me to someone, these are the two things I would change. First off, when your server is full, I'd like this button to go away. But more specifically, when your server is full, the message is remaining spots for migration, no spots left. Cool. Good. Glad. That's crystal clear. I click on a server that doesn't have enough spot, or that does have spots for me to migrate. It doesn't tell me how many are left. So this is probably the largest gripe that I have, is that just says there are enough spots. People aren't trying to move, typically. People aren't trying to move one account. They're not trying to move one player. As in ours, they're moving an entire alliance. And because we weren't able to see how many slots were left, some people got left behind in each alliance, right? Those that couldn't be on exactly at changeover. When you have a server fill within 4 hours of going free, it can cause a lot of disasters in that regard. And I mean, they plan on joining us in 2 months, but within 2 months, I'm going to do another recruiting video because I want 300 people to move again. So a number here, just a number that says there are 20 out of 300 spots available. There are 280 out of 300 spots in use. However you want to word it, that makes you feel better. Something to let us know what's going on. So that way we can make a better educated decision as an alliance or even as an individual with farms. On the note of farms, migration limit of 300. Now, I understand why the limit is established, and I understand why the servers can't just be merged. So for those of you that are unaware, the official response from the developers is the servers were tried to merge, and there's some servers that are disappeared if you create an alt and you're trying to go. Those are from previous attempts on server merge. It creates too much instability within the servers because as you're merging the servers in the anthills, everyone has to get randomly teleported around. There's a large increase in player quantity suddenly, and it causes a large instability that can cause people's games to crash, a lot of troubleshooting, etc., etc. Okay, great, makes sense. No grimes, no qualms. 300 though is not enough. If the goal is to bring 2 full strong alliances, that's 80 people each. That's 90 people each. That's 180 slots out of 300. They're going to have just as many farms, if not more. If the goal is to bring 3 alliances, that's 250 to 270 plus farms. So I think that the developers need to take a more realistic stance on it and either release a statement saying migration cap is 300 due to server instability or due to the goal of migration to be to bring 1 full alliance and then allow stragglers to move in, or we're going to increase the cap, which would be my preference, to 500. I'm not asking for it to get doubled. I'm not asking for anything other than 500, right? Because I think that brings a healthy addition to the server. Within 2 months, you can expect 150 players approximately to quit due to personal life reasons, boredom with the game, etc., etc. The typical tendency of a player is 6 months of playing a mobile game before they change, right? Now, there are people like me, there are people that are very into finishing, things like that, or that spend a lot of money that last longer, right? But like the standard players picking up the game, they're reaching a goal of Queen 25. They're reaching a goal of T9s. They're reaching a goal of X, Y, or Z. And then they're like, okay, cool. And then move on, right? With that in mind, you're losing approximately 150 players every 2 months. So having the gap to 500 to bring in fresh blood and keep the server alive, as we all know, the servers are becoming more and more of a central power hub. And allowing those servers to stay alive, have proper communication, have things like that is very, very good. I think that it's important that the servers don't get overwhelmed and that the migration cap isn't 1,000 because everyone needs to adjust to the rules and adjust to each other. But I think that if we're thinking about 300 unique players adding in their 200 farms, that's enough to adjust because with the recruiting of servers and stuff like that, because you don't just pick a random number to migrate to. I think that there's enough adjustment within the 300 that they already know the rules and that they're going to be able to adequately play the game within the boundaries of the rules, but then adjust personality-wise. So that's just me. I would love to hear your feedback. Do you think the population gap should be up to 500? Do you like my justifications? Do you think something should be different? Do you think the developers should try to justify why it's 300 if they can't increase it? Yeah. All right, moving past migration, you guys. Groundhog. First off, you guys, I'm so excited. Groundhog didn't change. Groundhog still has no defense. Good or bad, I wish Groundhog had defense, but because it makes more sense in my mind, right? But still, Groundhog damage is about the same. No defense, no nothing. Great place to be. Very excited, very happy. It's a relief to me because I was getting very frustrated by the roller coaster of with defense, without defense, with defense, without defense. But to have 2 back-to-back consistent Groundhogs is the first time in 3 months. So that makes me very excited. What did change about Groundhog, or what we noticed now again, is that the support ants of Banshee Velvet and Enigmatic Tailor, their skill 8, works as good as it used to, in that it is causing players to be able to get high numbers, as much as 160 million damage by using Banshee Velvet, Golden Armor 2-star, and Jack Jumper or Reap Master. We have a couple of battle reports shared in my Discord. I'd love to see higher reports of T9s. I'd love to see T8s, T7s, just because the scattering of data is very interesting to me. and it allows us to formulate solutions for more players at a wider range. I have a dedicated channel and everything else. So if you guys want to add in your input, link to the Discord is going to be down below, as always. Would love to hear from you guys. But Groundhog stayed the same. Only thing that's changed is that skill 8 works differently again. Well, it works how it used to. So, is that a shadow patch? Did something get coded wrong the last update and they fixed it this update? Who knows, you guys? You know the developers can do some interesting stuff sometimes, but at least Groundhog stayed the same, so I'm pretty excited. Do the 2,300 subscriber giveaway. It's going to be 1975. It's going to be the numbers 1975 in celebration of International Women's Day. So if you guys would please just leave it down below, you know, your chance at $20 Google Play giveaway. Again, you must be subscribed prior to me releasing your name. If I find out that you were not, then you forfeit the chance at the Google Play gift card. All right, you guys. With that, let's draw 3,200 subscribers. All right, you guys, you know how we do it when we do it over here. First off, we're going to right-click copy so that way everyone can see that I'm copying the right link. Then we're going to go to our favorite random Google Play giveaway comment picker. We're going to right-click paste that. Filter duplicate users, include replied comments. You only get one chance to enter. Don't care where you say the code word. Filter comments based on specific text. We're going to scroll down. We're going to go to the keyword right here, which is Jax. For those that don't know, it's my new puppy I got about a week and a half ago. That's where I've been the last 5 days. New puppy's kicking my butt on the sleep schedule, so I have been extremely tired. But I felt I missed making videos, so I made a video today. 42 unique comments. That's awesome, you guys. May God have mercy on your soul. Okay, that's an interesting name. Comment, welcome to the family, Jax. He already looks like he's having a wonderful time in his new home. Great video as always. Thank you, Umbras. Thank you. I appreciate it. I try to do my best by this community, so I really do appreciate it. And he is. He loves it. He's fitting in well with the family. I'm really surprised and really happy, if I'm honest. So, yeah. Anyways, please contact me via Discord. You can join my Discord and then click on my username and you'll be able to find me and message me. All right, you guys. Thank you for all the love and support from my Patreon. I appreciate all of it. We have a new Patreon member, Trina. She's from 475. I got the information a little bit after this photo was made, so I will be adjusting that. Same with Hermes. Hermes is from OLY. Shout out to OLY. That's what he wanted, so I'll be adjusting that as well. But thank you guys for the love and support. It means a lot. On the aspect of photos, my wife does the Patreon stuff. I am not good inside of Google Paint. But my thumbnails, which are bomb, are from Starfire. Starfire has been doing a phenomenal job. She's insane. If you want to make thumbnails or you want someone to make thumbnails for you, contact her. Maybe she can hook you up for a price. Otherwise, I'm blessed to have her making thumbnails for my future videos as of now, and for my previous videos, she's going back slowly and making thumbnails. So thank you for stepping up my YouTube game. And then, if you guys haven't caught on, trying to make all of my logos the same, let me know what you think of my new profile picture. It's an important symbol to me, but if you guys think that I need to change it, or if you think that there's things, I'll at least take the feedback. I can't promise I'll do anything about it, though. With that, you guys, if you don't feel like supporting the Patreon, it's not in your budget, please consider liking, subscribing. It's free. It costs you nothing, and it helps out tremendously. As always, you can catch me in the YouTube comments. I'm there as often as I can be, even to respond to the trolls. or you can catch me on Discord. I'm there all the time, #1 talker. I try to answer questions as much as possible. I do take breaks from the Discord, so for those of you worried, I do sleep, I promise. Or, worst case scenario, like I always say, you can catch me on server 193. Huge shout out, you guys, to the people that joined us in server 193. I got a lot of messages saying that they joined because of my videos or they watch my videos quite regularly. I really, really appreciate it. Someone else from server 193 wanted me to shout out them as well, but I can't remember the name, and they asked in zone chat. So shout out to that guy. Anyways, as always, you guys, stay humble, stay happy, stay hungry. Bye, y'all.